So you're a small business owner and you're looking at platforms like Meta and Google, probably thinking you need a massive budget just to compete, right? Well, think again. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can turn a small ad spend into an absolute powerhouse for your business.
It's a really common fear, isn't it? You hear these amazing success stories, but deep down, you're worried you're just going to be throwing your hard-earned cash into a digital black hole. And you know what? That feeling is totally valid, and it's what stops so many people from even trying.
But here's a thought. What if that small budget wasn't your weakness? What if it was actually your greatest strength? See, a small budget forces you to be smarter, way more focused, and a lot more creative than the big companies with money to burn. And we're about to show you exactly how to do that. Okay, first things first, where do you even begin? Probably the biggest mistake people make is thinking Meta and Google are basically the same thing. They're not. So let's figure out where your first dollar should go, and it all depends on your goal.
The biggest difference between these two giants comes down to one simple idea: creating demand versus capturing it. Meta, with Facebook and Instagram, is all about creating demand. It's perfect for getting people to discover something they didn't even know existed. Google, on the other hand, is the master of capturing demand from people who are already actively looking for something. Their intent to buy is already sky high.
Let's make this real. Let's say you're launching a brand new, super cool product that nobody's heard of yet, or maybe you're promoting a local event. This is where Meta shines. You can use amazing photos or short videos to literally stop people in their tracks while they're scrolling and introduce them to something awesome they never knew they needed. But what happens if your sink starts leaking at 10 p.m.? You're not scrolling through Instagram hoping to find a plumber, right? No way. You grab your phone and you type "emergency plumber near me" straight into Google. And that right there is the magic of Google Ads. It connects you with customers who have a problem right now and are ready to pay to get it fixed. Okay, so you've picked your platform. The next step is absolutely critical, especially on a tight budget. You have to make sure only the right people are seeing your ads. This is how you make every single penny work for you. It's so tempting, isn't it? The idea of casting this huge, wide net to try and reach as many people as possible. But trust me, with a small budget, that is the fastest way to burn through your cash with absolutely nothing to show for it. Because when you advertise to everyone, exactly, your message just gets lost in the noise. You end up paying for clicks from people who were never ever going to buy from you in the first place. Being specific isn't a limitation, it's your superpower. So what does this look like on Meta? Well, imagine you sell custom dog collars. You don't just target dog owners. No, you get specific. You target people within, say, 25 miles of your town who are between 30 and 40 years old and who have also liked pages about advanced dog training. Now that is an audience that's going to be interested. And the same idea works for Google, but here we use keywords. You want to stop fishing with a giant net and start spearfishing. Bidding on a super broad word like coffee is the net. It's expensive, and you'll catch a ton of people who aren't looking for what you sell. But a specific phrase, what we call a long-tail keyword, like "buy organic coffee beans online," that's the spear. It hones in on someone with a very clear goal, making your ad spend way more effective. All right, we've got our platform and our target audience. Now it's time to talk about the part that makes everyone a little nervous, the budget. But don't worry. We're going to tackle this in a way that pretty much removes all the risk and keeps you in total control. Does this number look scary? Of course not. And that's the whole point. You do not need hundreds of dollars a day to get going. A small, consistent daily budget, $10, maybe even $5, is more than enough to start collecting priceless data about what works.
So here's the game plan. You start small and you just let the campaign run for a couple of weeks. That gives the platform's brain, its algorithm, enough time to learn who the best people are to show your ads to. Once you start seeing results you like, don't just go and triple the budget overnight. Instead, you just nudge it up slowly, only about 10 to 20% at a time.
So why the slow and steady approach? Well, if you suddenly dump a ton of money into the system, the algorithm can kind of freak out. It'll start showing your ad to a much wider, less qualified audience just to spend that money. Increasing it slowly helps the algorithm stay efficient and keeps your costs from going through the roof.
Look, just launching your ad is only step one. The real magic, where you get that amazing return on investment, happens when you start testing, learning, and tweaking your campaign to make every dollar work as hard as it possibly can. I want you to think of yourself as a scientist in your very own advertising lab. And the number one rule in this lab is only test one thing at a time. So on Meta, maybe you test an image against a video. On Google, you could try out 2 different headlines. Your audience will tell you what works better through their clicks. They'll show you which experiment is the clear winner.
And here is one of the most powerful and cost-effective tools you have: retargeting. This is for people who've already been to your website. Maybe they even put something in their cart, but then got distracted. They are a warm audience. Showing them a gentle reminder ad is incredibly cheap because they already know who you are. It's truly the low-hanging fruit of the advertising world. Let's do a lightning round of a few more pro tips. First up, ad scheduling. If you know your customers mostly buy in the evening, why waste money running ads at 4 a.m.? Set a schedule. Also, use the free tools. Things like Audience Insights give you a goldmine of data about your customers. And finally, keep an eye out for free ad credits. Platforms often give them to new accounts to get you started. It's free money.
Whew. Okay, we have covered a lot. So let's pull it all together into a simple, straightforward toolkit you can start using like today.
It really comes down to these 4 things. 1, choose the right platform for the right job. 2, target a tiny, super relevant audience, not the entire planet. 3, budget smart by starting small and only scaling up what's proven to work. And 4, never stop testing and optimizing.
If there's one thing I want you to walk away with, it's this. You are in complete control. You're in the driver's seat. Digital advertising isn't just for huge corporations anymore. With the right strategy, it's an unbelievably powerful tool for any business of any size.
But look, this isn't just about learning things, it's about doing things. So what's it going to be? What's that first smart step you're going to take? Are you going to go define that perfect customer avatar on Meta? Or maybe research your first long-tail keyword for Google? That journey to making a big impact, it starts with that one small step.